Okay, so it occurred to me we have not painted before, so I'm set up. We're gonna get set up in a minute. I have my example here just to show you that's where your artwork's gonna go. I like to get a tissue when I paint, and I'm gonna explain that in a minute. And then I also have my paints, my water are above it. If my paints are right over here, I'm assuming there's a neighbor sitting right next to me and we're sharing those paints and we're sharing the water, right? So there's a few things that we need to know about, first of all, about a brush, okay? So brush, a paintbrush, I'm gonna get the water off, it was in the water. You wanna hold it just like a pencil, okay? You don't ever wanna hold it like this. I always see a lot of people holding it like this, and when you hold it the wrong way, that metal, it starts to rub the paper, and paper is gonna eventually have a hole if it has a bunch of friction on it. Same with a brush. Like if you're pushing down really hard with the brush and you're just going over and over, eventually you are going to make a hole. So you want to be real careful. So you hold it just like you would hold a pencil, and you want to smooth it on. You could actually make thick strokes by using it the thick way sometimes, depending on the brush. Or I can turn it like this. So I can turn it like this and make thick strokes, or I can turn it like that and make thin strokes, okay? Now, say that I am ready to paint. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my brush in the water. This paint is temperate paint, so it does not have water mixed in, so I have to actually mix the water in. I never want to poke the paint or scrape the paint. So if I ever have paint on the middle part of my brushes, I am definitely not painting the right way. We always want to be very gentle with painting and with using paints. So I'm going to go water, tickle the paint. And if you notice, there's like a little circle in there, and that circle kind of fills with water as you're painting, which helps you with your painting. And then you're going to smooth your paint on. Okay. So if you notice, it looks nice and smooth. Now, once that paint runs out, I'm just going to show you. So some people, they go to their paper and they start painting like this. Okay. See how that's all really dry? I've already started to cause friction here because I'm literally rubbing the paper. You could hear it. So I don't have enough water on my brush. So you can have too much water and you can have not enough water. And I'm already like breaking down the paint. So if I go water, paint, paper, look at how much smoother the paint goes on. And I'm not rubbing it. I'm just going back and forth. I'm holding the brush gently, okay? Now, I explained about this tissue here. So the tissue is great because if I rinse my brush, and when I rinse my brush, that means I want to change colors. So I'm done with blue. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're going to see me do this in the video too. The water never goes outside of the container. I'm just doing it very gently, making little baby circles in the bottom, adding a little bit of pressure. I can actually put my brush on a tissue if I want to, and that tells me if I see clear water, my brush is completely clean and I'm ready to go. But I have to add water back to my brush because I need it to use the paint. So say I'm gonna switch colors, I'm gonna get it wet, I'm gonna tickle the paint in that circle in the middle, and then I'm gonna smooth it on. Okay, if it's nice and smooth, you're doing a great job. Rinse your brush when you're done. Okay, pretend like I'm done.